Hi all, welcome to this Manchester City team rating prediction video. This one is possibly tricky, like Liverpool. A number of players could be justifiable of upgrades, a number of players of downgrades, but we're going to delve into it regardless, see what we can get our paws into and take it from there. So if you guys like this video, as always would be much appreciated. Sub to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsLegend. All the links are down below for the post on the channel, and social media links as always. Comment down below your thoughts for Manchester City. I personally feel that they may have one player that is on the cusp of being in, say, like the top 5 rating. No guesses on who that may be, but we'll delve into it and go from there on why we have the ratings that we have. So starting off in there is Edison, putting him to an 89. I feel that is kind of justifiable of him. He may go higher, but at the same time I don't really see the overall justification to go higher than 89, if I'm honest. But it's kind of, it's trying to be fair but realistic at the same time with it. As I said, I feel +1 seems most logical for him. Laporte, we're downgrading 1 to an 86, injuries being a big factor for that. He may stay 87, but I feel 86 is where he may end up. Walker keeping the same, don't really see enough to justify an upgrade or a downgrade. Cancelo, a big reason for his downgrade is just mainly lack of game time. If you're spending £50 million on him, not playing him, and then when you finally do play him, you play him at left back, so he may get a position change. We've kept him as a right back regardless, because that's his natural position. If he's a left back, then it makes things a little bit more interesting, because it would help from alternative, it would help the team from for options. But as I said, I feel he'll be 83 maybe as a right back, but he may not even be part of the team next season for all we know, just depending how things play out. Fernandinho, we've downgraded 1 to an 86. He's another one that could go as a centre back. Big reason for that is just age, really, and also he's just making mistakes here and there. Yes, he got a team of the season, but I still feel he will end up getting downgraded. He could still stay the same and be as a centre back, but it depends how they go about it. Obviously, it's a fine line, really. That's kind of what it is. It's like Cancelo and Fernandinho could be two players that have position changes that make a big difference for not just the team but the league in general. De Bruyne going up to a 92. Some people might suspect he could still stay as a 91, but I feel it's very, very hard to ignore giving him an upgrade, and it would make him probably one of the best mids in the game, but his stats might not necessarily reflect it, which is quite a strange thing. But we'll see what happens with him. But 92 rated is where we're going with that. Rodri, an upgrade of 1. Some people might even speculate +2. He just does his work, just does his business on the pitch, tackling, passing, cleans up after everyone. Nothing fancy about his game. Gundogan, we're bringing up 1 to an 85. He's another one that could either stay in 84 or do just enough to go to an 85. It's kind of tricky, really, but I'm trying to be realistic at the same time with some upgrade. And yes, you're getting a bit older, but I'm trying to be realistic with who's been playing more and doing more of the work. But as I said, he may stay the same or just do enough to merit an upgrade. Raheem Sterling going up to an 89, and also a potential position change to left wing. Seems to be playing there more for Man City. When I was trying to go through all the analysis of him, it was mostly left wing, but there was quite a lot of games at right wing as well. So it's a fine line. It also falls with Bernardo Silva. I'm keeping as an 87 at right wing. Potentially could go 86 as a downgrade or stay the same, whatever. But he is another one that could go centre mid cam, because of where he plays at times for the team. So Sterling and Bernardo Silva, as I say, could experience position changes as well, so be prepared for that. Someone that doesn't get enough credit for FIFA rating, if I'm honest, is Aguero. He's one of these players that should be higher than he is, and I feel this is the one year for a change. He should be 90 rated, if I'm brutally honest. He may not. They may keep him in 89, but I feel he is worthy of an upgrade. Getting older and all that kind of factor, but if you're trying to boost him up, unless you're boosting up his shooting by say to injuries, obviously since like lockdown's a factor as well, but I feel he is worthy of an upgrade regardless. Stefan obviously was on loan at Fortuna Dusseldorf, and despite that I still feel he may not get an upgrade. He may stay the same and therefore will still be a goalkeeper. He will be the alternative you kind of need to kind of make Man City's League SBC happen, as it were. Stones and Otamendi were downgrading 2 from 83s respective to 81s, just mostly due to game time injuries and just not getting game time really. Pep, I think, wants to kind of maybe potentially get rid of them as well, so that could be a reason for it to happen. Zinchenko is a bit of a tricky one. He could stay the same, he could get a downgrade. It's trying to kind of justify what would happen with him, if I'm brutally honest. Zinchenko I feel will stay the same, kind of same as Mendy. Both could easily just be given downgrades like -1 and just minor, like say defensive physical, and that's about your lot. It depends how they go about it really. Foden, we are upgrading to a 79. He's starting to get a bit more game time, doing a bit more impact. He was the hero for them in the Carabao Cup and he got man of the match for that at right wing, but regardless I still feel he will get an upgrade to a 79 for his, and I think he'll be a cam. Mahrez might do enough to merit an upgrade up to an 86. You can just go back to an 85 that he was it last year? I'm sure he was an 85, but regardless, I feel him being an 86 it could be fair. Had a very impressive season for Man City despite everything going on, but it comes down to obviously whether or not he gets like a big enough upgrade, or they just keep him as an 84 even though he's bagged a number of special cards and a team of the season. Gabriel Jesus, we're boosting up to an 84. He may even just go up to an 83, but because he's had to kind of lead the line a lot more due to Aguero's injuries and so forth, and when sometimes if they do play maybe him and Aguero up front, it kind of works a little bit at times, and I feel that might help his cause to going up. Now for other players within the team that like youngsters, loanees and all that kind of stuff, like Meshino and Eric Garcia has been playing a bit more game time. If he leaves to go to maybe like Barcelona or whatever, I feel he'll go like 70 rated. He might go higher just because of playing a bit more. I don't feel he deserves to go higher. With Meshino, he was on loan at Hearts, played a bit for them, and I feel may just do enough to squeeze up to a 64 rating. It's actually quite impressive in some of the games, so you never know what might happen with him. Then like other players like Muric, not really seeing him doing very much to kind of justify like say maybe an upgrade or even maybe even a downgrade. And Adar Bio, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, he was on loan at Blackburn last season and potentially might be brought into like the first team fold just to give him a chance to see what he can bring to the team, which is understandable, and as a result he may experience a bigger upgrade than he had when he was at Blackburn. So I've given him plus a 70 rating for now, but there is room for him potentially going higher. And then also if there's any potential transfers going in or out from the team, this might help make the team a bit more accessible or harder to potentially do. But in general, this is where I feel the team is going to go. But as I said, I think the reserves might see quite a significant change, like the likes of Stefan, Stones, Otamendi, Zinchenko, Mendy, Meshino, Eric Garcia. So see what happens, obviously time will tell of course. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts for Man City's ratings. Have I got them on point, a bit of work, or do we need to kind of be realistic as well? So smash like always folks, comment down below your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter, Legend. Take it all, and I'll catch you all later.